Hey, for College Parkway, I wanted to share with you some exciting news. On October the 11th, we are heading back to in-person worship. We are so ready and so excited for this. The admin team, the relaunch committee, and the staff have all unanimously approved this schedule, and so we are excited to share it with you now. First, we are continuing our virtual worship service. We know that for some of you, you are not ready to come back yet. And for whatever reason, if that is the case, we want you to know that our virtual worship service is continuing for the foreseeable future. But you need to be aware that instead of at 10 a.m., we are going to have our virtual service at 9 in the morning every Sunday morning, so that at 11 in person in the sanctuary, we are going to have worship. Now let me share with you some details of what that's going to look like. We have a Google form so that every week you can RSVP with us so that we make sure we have social distancing and all of those seating issues done. You're going to need to wear a mask the entire time, but the exciting thing is we will be singing, and not as exciting, I will be preaching as well, but it is going to be back to a more normal type service in the sanctuary every week at 11 a.m. So that is for those of you who are ready to come back. You do need to know that we are not going to be able to have childcare, and obviously we're not having coffee and donuts and that kind of thing. But we are eager and excited to come back together if you feel comfortable with that. For those of you who have been ready for this, we thank you so much. So many of you have been so patient, showing such Christ-likeness in your willingness to let us make sure that we are doing this in the right pace, in the right order, and in the right way. We are thankful for that and ask your patience for just a few more weeks as we come back together on October the 11th. Dale is going to share a little bit about some of the cleaning procedures and some of the work that the facilities team has done to get us ready. But I also want you to know that we have a survey, another Google form in the newsletter today. If you're watching this, then you probably saw it in the newsletter. But in the newsletter today, there is another form that we would love for you to fill out, super easy. If you are interested in coming back, we want you to click yes, and then we want to know how many people are in your family so that we can make sure that we are properly preparing for all of you as we get ready to come back together. It is an exciting time. We know that there are a lot of questions. As always, feel free to reach out and message and talk to us. But if there continue to be questions and there are consistent questions, we are also planning on Sunday, October the 4th, for a Zoom session where we are going to have a Q&A, question and answer time, so that anything that hasn't been answered, if anything you still have that's a lingering question, we're going to be there and try and make sure that we answer that as well. More details about that, more details about the service are coming, but we wanted to let you know this so that you can mark your calendars, so that you can get ready, and if you feel comfortable, you can plan on seeing us in the sanctuary October the 11th at 11 a.m. Our virtual service continues, and starting on the 11th, it will be at 9 a.m. and then the in-person service at 11. We are so ready, so excited, and so thankful for how you participate and help make up what makes College Parkway special. We can't wait to see you on the 11th.
Hello College Parkway, I am so excited to be making this video for you today because it means we are this close to our in-person worship, the first time in a long time, and that date is set for October the 11th at 11 a.m. and I tell you, we cannot wait to see you all again for in-person worship. But with that comes some changes and some updates to our safety and cleaning and procedures. The biggest change to those procedures will be how we're going to sanitize the building before and after everyone comes in. So as I explain this, I just want to give you guys the heads up that we will be doing a question and answer on October 4th. On a Zoom meeting, and that's going to be in the details for that will be in the newsletter. But right now I'm going to share with you what we're doing, and you guys can research and come up with questions that you might have and let me know, and I will be happy to answer all that I possibly can. So what we're doing differently this year is, in addition to the regulations given to us by the state, we are going to be adding UVC light and ozone to the regiment. So what that means is whenever we've used the facility, once we're done and everyone has left the building, myself and some other volunteers will be setting up these lights throughout the church, turning them on. They will be on preset timers, and these lights will sanitize all the surface that the light can touch, the UVC light can touch. The areas that the UVC light can't touch, like the backs of the pews or the surfaces of the Bibles and the hymnals, those will be taken care of by the ozone generator. So these are light bulbs that produce ozone, which is a fancy word for an oxygen-rich environment. So both of these have been known both UVC light and ozone have been shown to be very effective and very efficient when it comes to killing viruses and bacteria. So we are using that same technology in our church to help provide the best, safest possible environment that we can. Again, we will be answering any questions that you might have for the Zoom, but you can also email me questions directly at dalecpbc@gmail.com, and I will do my best to answer them. Very brief, I just wanted to let you know that these lights are going to be installed via just regular lamps like this. There's going to be many different varieties throughout the church, but these are just regular end table lamps. And if you have any extra ones, we are looking for more. More information on that will be given later, but regular lamps that hold standard bulbs up to 100 watts. The bulbs we were using range from 30 to 60 watts, so they will be able to be used in the standard lamp receptacles there. These will be, again, throughout the church, and they will be managed by myself and other members of the facilities team and volunteers. So any questions you have, please feel free to email me, or you can save them for the October 4th Zoom meeting, and I will do the very best that I can to answer all of them. But I'm excited about this because this being done in addition to the other standard of wiping, Lysol wipes and spray, this should give us the safest possible environment so that we all can comfortably and confidently be together in worship. So I look forward to this. I look forward more to seeing you and your faces. So I cannot wait to hear from you, and I look forward to seeing you all. Thank you. Goodbye.